Hello, hello guys. Today is the 16th of January. Lead code POTD. Question number 2425. Bitwise XOR of all pairings. In this question, we have given a two arrays num1 and num2, and each of consisting positive integers, and it is and we have to return the bitwise XOR of all integers in the nums3, and we have to made the nums3 according to the given conditions. So nums3 is the basically it is an array which contains all the bitwise XOR of all the pairings of integers between the nums1 and nums2. Mean to say that is here is that every integer in nums1 is paired with every integer in num2 exactly once. Okay, now you can read the question. What is exactly the question saying? Now I am going to the understand what the question is saying, and this is the constants. You can see that. Okay, and now we are going to test case. Okay, we have a nums1 and nums2. Okay, and we have to make nums3 with that all pairings, all integers of nums1 make pairing with the nums2. So so 2 make pairing with 10, 2 make pairing with 2, 2 make pairing with 5, 2 make pairing with 0, and continuously 1 make pairing with all these, and 3 make pairing with all these. Means 3 into 4, 12 pairs we make. Okay, and all the pairs we have to take XOR of all the pairs. Okay, all the pairings XOR. Okay, so okay, we have to take all the pairings XOR, and it is the formation of num3. We can say that num3 is formed from this that 2 XOR 10, it is 8, 2 XOR 2, it is 0, 2 XOR 5, it is 7, 2 XOR 0 is it is 2. Okay, and continuously we can see that. Okay, now we have to return the XOR of whole this num3, and if you done the do the XOR of the num3, you find the XOR is 13, so we are returning 3. As subsequently we are going to test case 2, then you can check that 1 2 3 4 pairs forming is like 1 3 1 4 2 3 2 4, and you can see that the XOR appears here nums1 0 to nums2 0. Okay, nums1 ka 1th 0 to nums2 0, and nums1 0 to nums2 1. Okay, so these are the pairs, and the pairs are 2 5 1 6, and if you do the XOR of this nums3, we can say that it is returning 0, because you can XOR all the four numbers, you find the XOR is 0. Actually XOR is what? So firstly we can understand, for same digits like 2 2, it is 0. Okay, and for different digit we can say that we can represent its binary representation. Like for 2 we can say that 0 1 0, and for 3 0 1 1. Okay, for different numbers we firstly write the their binary representation. So it is 2, it is 3, so the same numbers 0, and different numbers 1, so you can see that it is 1. So 2 and 3 XOR is equals to 1. So now actually you got it, the what is the means of XOR. Okay, and now we have to find the optimal solution. So firstly we go to the brute force approach, actually, because in interview when we in the interview, firstly we have to explain the brute force approach. Neither the interviewer think that you will be already learned about this approach. Okay, so firstly try to give the brute force approach, basic approach. So basically we are iterating over firstly at making the my code of brute force approach. You can in brute force approach what we can did, let's just see. We have 2 1 3 when 10 to 5 0, we make 2 loops, for we make every pairs. Okay, we make every pairs which is possible. Okay, every pairs possibles are like 2 10 2 2 2 5 2 0, and subsequently for 1, and subsequently for 3. Okay, then you have to just take XOR of all the values of all the pairs, and then exactly of all the nums3 content. Okay, so let's just see that what I did. Firstly, I think the first basic approach, the beginner can understand, the beginner can think. Yeah, just see, I make a answer variable and a nums3 vector, and to store the XOR of all the pairings. Then I just straight from nums1 from I is equals to 0 to its size, and I also in this loop I iterate from j0 to equals to nums2 size, and lastly I push back Okay, the XOR of nums 1 of I and nums 2 of j in nums 3. So it is stored the all the pairings XOR. Okay, now I take the XOR finally. So we have stored in answer variable, and finally we are returning answer. In this case I got the memory limit exceeded because I have taken nums 3. So it take memory limit exceed. So in again next optimizing memory limit exceed, for this I have tried to make the remove the nums 3 directly. I am directly calculating answer is equals to answer of XOR into this or subsequent, okay, this term. So basically which is our also in our expression in our previous case. So we are returning answer, but in this case time limit exceeded because it takes O of n square time. Okay, because or its constants are, you know, and its constants are actually, you can see that it's of 10 to the power 5. Okay, if you are 10 to the 5 taken, then 10 to the power 5 into 10 to the power 5 is just 10 to the power 10. Okay, so it limit is exceeded, or we know the limits is here approximately 10 to the power 8 to 10 to the power 7. Okay, now just we come to the optimized approach. What the optimal approach we can think about that? You just see that when we are making pairings 2 to 10, 2 to 2, 2 to 5, 2 to 0, 1 to 10, 1 to 2, 1 to 5, 1 to 0, 3 to 0, 10, 3 to 2, 3 to 5, 3 to 0. Okay, we are seeing that 2 are making pairs with all of that. Okay, so 2 are making exactly 4 pairs, 1 are making exactly 4 pairs, 3 are making exactly 4 pairs. Okay, so 3 is occurring, we have this common expression, so 3 are occurring 3 are occurring 4 times. So these are occurring, and nums 1 elements are occurring nums 2 times, and nums 2 elements occurring nums 1 times. Actually basic the most optimal approach we can think that all the elements of num 1 occurring num 2 times, and the num 2 elements occurring n 1 times. If we are just seeing that we have this expression to compute all the XORs. So finally we are returning this is, so from this expression we can evaluate, we can imagine, then we can consider from this for that all the elements of n2 occurring n1 times and n1 elements occurring n2 times. So if these are occurring if any element occurring even times, so it is 0. So nothing need to worry, this element occurring even times, this element occurring even times. So for 2 2 2 and 1 1 1 and 3 3 3 in this XOR is 0 for 2 element 1 and 3 because they are occurring even times, or we know even if element occurs even times then XOR is 0. And for this element we can check it is occurring odd times, it is occurring odd times, it is occurring odd times, it is occurring because it is occurring 3 times. It makes pairing with 3 of all. Okay, it makes pairing with 3 of all, you know. And now we can say that if a number is occurring odd times, then 10 is occurring odd times, so we have to consider it as a 10. My mean to say 10 is occurring 3 times, so we have to take 10 only. 2 is occurring 2 times, 3 times, then 2 5 0. So individually take we all the XORs. So we have to return this answer in this case. Okay, 10 to 50 XOR of 10 to 50 is, you can see that 13. So we are returning here 13, here answer 13. Now how can we implement it as a code? Just like you can see that my way of approach, I like suppose the size of nums 1 is n1 and nums 2 is n2, and I store answer variable, and I take a XOR of nums 1 elements, whole elements. If nums 1 and calculate XOR function, nums 2 XOR is calculate XOR nums 2. Okay, and you can see that the calculate XOR is a basic function which we can implement through this the basic math. Okay, I declared an answer and I traverse over a nums vector, and I mean to say array, and you can just XOR all the elements and finally returning answer. Okay, if now we have the main basically what is the main theme is of the problem. We have to just the main part of the problem is that, okay, if n2 if your n2 is odd, if your n2 is odd, okay, if your n2 is odd, then n1 and n1 n1 is also, sorry, if your n2 is even and if your n1 is also even, then no need to worry, we directly return answer because they are occurring even times, they are occurring also even times, so no need to worry. So you can directly return answer. If though both are odd, then you need to worry because you need to XOR of all this num 1 nums 2 also, and finally we are returning XOR of nums 1 XOR and nums 2 XOR. And if n1 is if n2 is odd, sorry, if n2 is even and n1 is odd, my mean to say if n1 is even, sorry, if n2 is even or n1 odd. Okay, so need not to worry about that because they are occurring at even times. So we are returning nums to zor. So we are here returning nums to zor. Subsequently, for if n2 is odd and n1 is even, so we are returning nums 1 zor. So finally we can run this program. Let us see. After that, you can see that, and here all the cases pass, and it is passed with 100%. Okay, and we are taking just taking you can see that it is 100% LeetCode submitted. LeetCode shows wrong always, and I don't know, you can 100%, and also it takes O of n time. It completed in a O of n time. Okay, takes O of n and space complexity is O of 1. So it is the most optimal approach which we can think. Okay, if you like the solution and the way of explaining me and the approach, you can just like the video and comment. Okay, thanks, see you soon.